All right, we're good to go.
Let's do it.
Good to be back with another live. Been a bit since we've done this, really.
Yeah, it really has. Starting fresh, July 1st.
July 1st, new month. I think we're super happy with a lot that we ended up doing last month, and we're gonna carry that into this month.
Right.
All right, Discord people are notified now. So, you guys ask your questions on the MLB. Any game is on the table. We'll have props for them all. Tell you what's a good bet, what's something you should stay away from. So, I mean, we can.
What do you think? Game by game?
Yeah, we can just start with game by game until people have questions on it. But first game of the day, Yankees Blue Jays. See what.
Yeah. Looks like the only great bet is it's super juicy. Yankees plus a half in the first five.
Which makes Freed's on the mound today. Makes complete sense why that would be something on there. If you guys like that, I mean, it could be a parlay leg. We can look at the line movement too on that. It's this is more up here just because of win probability probably than anything, but Pinnacle's right in line. FanDuel's a bit below. If you guys want a parlay leg, that's all you can really use this for. I wouldn't use it for much else.
Right. No. This Nerfy doesn't look terrible. But Yankees Nerfies are always scary because you got to get through Judge.
There, and I think it's Gossman on the mound today.
Yeah, it is. But FanDuel's shot down. You can get value on Pinnacle, but Pinnacle didn't go down.
Yeah, I would say if Pinnacle takes a dive before game time on this, that'd be something I'd definitely consider placing. And for everyone joining too, you guys can get a 50% off code on the VIP when you use code July 4th. So rock with us the whole month at half price. Someone said they like Joe Ryan. Yeah, Joe Ryan's in a good spot today, I think.
There's a lot of reasons to like the Twins today. Yeah, Joe Ryan's on the mound. I mean, yeah, you can his props. You got the Twins straight up.
Yeah, actually, Twins money line and run line are both giving great line movement signals. And
let's jump to that game.
The Marlins, a Marlins lineup too. That's not exactly scary.
Yeah, let's jump to that game real quick. This money line looks awesome.
Let's see. Yeah, take a look. Yeah, I mean, everything trending down. Market consensus, is pretty much giving you the same. But actually, this is a great time to show, FanDuel, Pinnacle, minus 154, minus 149. You can get this on Novig or on ProfitX, minus 143.
Yep, not terrible.
Not terrible at all. Also, guys, ask questions. VIP plays in Discord or what? So they both in the Discord and they get texted to your phone. So the texting is probably the easiest thing, but you can access them in the Discord as well. You get added to a VIP chat in there, which is great if you guys want to ask us questions too. But yeah, definitely, top of our profile, code July 4th, and spell out, JULY 4TH for that. Put it in the last video too, so you guys can see it. But yeah, great time to get 50% off. And actually, if we talk about the pricing on that too, I mean, it takes the week down to $12.50, a month down to $25, but it takes the year from $350 to $125 or to
right.
Yeah. So
we're really talking anywhere between 3 and 6 plays a day, pretty much.
Yep.
And we don't miss a day every single day.
And you can get that for $175 for the entire year instead of $350, which is what it normally is. And deals like this don't come around long. It's only a holiday. You just get picks, or you list the reasoning behind your picks. So we give a lot of positive EV plays, so that always will talk about the line movement. To be honest, we don't do a whole write-up because we don't do opinionated picks. So actually, I used to be a big fan of these paragraphs on, so-and-so has done this the last 10 games, the matchups this. That means nothing because the sportsbook knows that. So,
right. And I used to write them.
Yeah, we give you data for them instead of just kind of what we think about it. Corey said, "Great answer." That's somebody who understands betting.
Right.
Yeah. The longer the write up, I've kind of realized the worse of a source it is. Cesar's in. Jake's in. Braun overrated. I knew it was coming right when his name popped up there. All right. What other? Let's take a look at some other games too. But I mean, Twins money line is It's a pretty good bet. That might be one that we even consider adding.
Right. It's been in the top 5 all morning. The EV stuff looks good. Even though FanDuel's negative, but it's still less than 1, so it's not really negative. It might as well just be 0.
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime and for people looking at the shared screen here, this is Smart Better, which definitely recommend you guys sign up for as well. Corey, it'll end probably by the 5th, but I would sooner than later I would recommend getting in just so you get the whole month with us. Since it's the first of the month, it's always nice to have people starting fresh off with us right now.
Yeah, right now I would say Twins money line is the best play that we have looked at so far.
Yeah, definitely liking Twins money line a lot for you guys. Ryan, we're just going over kind of every slate right now. Twins money line is one that we definitely like. Could very well end up being a VIP pick. But we're really going, this live's for you guys. Whatever game you want to see, we will show you what props are good in it. Let's see where else.
So this new number 1 that just popped up, the Astros Rockies under 11.5. We can take a look at that.
So actually interesting that there hasn't been a ton of line movement on this.
No, it hasn't. Pinnacle jumped back up too.
Market analysis, giving good movement here. But yeah, Pinnacle did jump up above the average line. I wouldn't say that this is under 11.5 at Coors is always tough. This game is at 5:40 p.m. Pacific. So this is one that,
you keep an eye on.
Yeah. What is that based on, EV? Let's see, for Father of 6. It's based on a lot of different things. So a great bet doesn't just get categorized on EV, it's part of it, but it's also on the line movement on historical odds at this time of day. There's a lot of data that goes into that.
And Corey, strictly what are the best odds compared to the market average odds?
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. Corey asks how to get to your VIP. Go to the link in our bio, and then you'll see the VIP tab on that, and you'll be able to get everything in there. Let's see. Oh, Ryan asked Jays versus Yankees. Okay, let's take a look at that game. We'll go back to that again. I don't know if they had a spread or a money line in this one. Oh, here we go.
They've got a Yankees money line that's a good bet right now.
And Jays plus 1.5 popped up, so that's always kind of conflicting there. But let's start with the money line on this.
Right.
So it's actually kind of going in the opposite. Not huge, but it did start out, minus 168. Average odds are now minus 159. Nothing crazy there. Pinnacle's above the line though. So for everyone looking at this, the middle line, the green line on the screen right now, that's gonna be the average odds now it's red. It'll change as the odds are changing. The line above it, this one that stays red the whole time, that's Pinnacle, and the kind of blue line is going to be FanDuel. So we love tracking off of these two books. Just two of the
known as the sharpest. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So that's why our ideal situation would be, right, if we see average odds start up here, track down with Pinnacle and FanDuel going under them as well, and then we take it on Profit X or No Big.
Right. Absolutely.
I would say, Yankees money line. Do you have any thoughts on this one?
No, I think if you like the Yankees today, you almost want to check out some Max Fried props.
Completely agree. Let's see what's
like his over 4.5 Ks, but that was 5.5 this morning, so the line is changing down there. But 4.5 might have been an overcorrection because the line's shooting down again too.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's not a bad over. Pinnacle and FanDuel right in line with it. Pinnacle minus 152 versus average odds minus 149. Not a bad trend. I wouldn't say it's like our ideal line right there.
No.
That Twins
also one, just with him in general, 4.5, he stays out there a long time. He goes 6 and 7 innings. Getting to 5 shouldn't be too much of a problem.
No, I completely agree on that. We got asked about the under in this game. Let's see if there is do they have anything on the under?
Under 7.5, fair bet. Plus 100 though.
Yeah, so probably nothing that we would take. Pretty much
the line is moving that way.
It is. I wouldn't be surprised if this ended up, popping into that. I guess it is good that they have a Nerfy in this game as well, which adds. Right. Let me add.
You just got to hold your breath when the Yankees come up.
Right. I mean, Pinnacle took a good drop, plus 100 to minus 108, which isn't bad. I would say that, I mean, things are going in the right direction for the under in this game, but I probably wouldn't personally take it based off of what else we've seen on the slate today.
Right. And there's thousands of bets on Smart Better. You're going to find 3 or 4 a day that check all the boxes that are perfect that we try to find every day for you guys.
Yeah, I think the biggest mistake a lot of people make is see all these are rated good, and there's gonna be some in games where you got 5, 6, 7 that are rated great. You do not need to take them all. We have a system to identify what we like and why we like it, and that's what's been profitable for us on this. 3 favorite money lines.
Okay. Like the Twins. Throw the Twins on there.
Twins for sure, and then I mean Mariners have popped up.
They've been in the top 5 all morning too. Yeah, let's go back to that.
Let me add the other books onto this.
I mean, it's slowly, the average odds are coming down, but not by much.
Yeah, it's interesting. Average odds are dropping more than both FanDuel and Pinnacle, which I
Right.
don't.
So like the EV details, FanDuel's pretty negative.
Mm-hmm.
Pinnacle looks all right. That's another one, like, because we're early, I mean, that game's not till late. So that can change throughout the day, obviously. Like 2.5, 3 hours before the game is usually the most line movement we see.
Yeah. Yeah. Always. We've had probably way better results waiting than we have when we've tried to take something early on this.
But the ones that stay in the top 5 throughout the day is always a good sign.
Yeah.
It means the line's just been moving that way the entire day.
And the fact that, Twins minus 1.5 and money line are both in, definitely
and it's not crazy juicy. The money line's not terrible to take.
No. And actually on the For You page, they do give just a money line segment. Let's see. MLB money line. So yeah, Twins, Mariners are still up there. Definitely wouldn't say, we're as sold on them as
right.
Although our model also predicted Mariners. So that is a good, double take on there.
And and Tampa.
Yes, did like Tampa for sure. See where Tampa's on for these guys.
A lot of A's plus 1.5 is the great bet on there.
Let's see. Tampa's considered a fair bet on this. The one that I am pretty interested in, I think Dodgers are a fine parlay leg today. It's still super juicy, but if Yamamoto on the mound, I don't really see a world where they lose today.
Right. Is there a minus 1.5 good or great bet on that?
Let's take a look at that.
Because I mean, 323 is pretty.
It is a lot. We got asked about Rays money line. I would probably take them today. Don't hate that at all.
And with Yamamoto, you can go instead of doing this 323, you can go first 5 minus a half, a little less than minus 200. That's not a terrible move. With Yamamoto on the mound and everything else, you're already thinking they're going to win this game for sure.
It doesn't look like there's a minus 1.5 full game. That's
no
a great bet or a good bet. Under is always kind of scary too. I mean, just because the Dodgers could score 9 on them on their own in this. What do you think of Colton Gordon 4 strikeouts? Let's see if they got
Astros.
Yeah, let's see if they got anything on him.
We got a great bet on under 5.5 hits allowed. Over 3.5 Ks is a good bet.
Let's take a look at that over.
FanDuel's way down.
Oh yeah, that is the. Oh, and that 5.5 hits is plus 121 too. We'll look at that after.
Right, FanDuel's down to 179. You can get Novik at 149. That's still a little juicy, but FanDuel's not a bad. There's a reason we have them on every graph.
Yep. Let's see. Gossman over his Ks. We'll go back to Gossman in a sec. We got asked if we like the Cubs. I do without pulling up Smart Better here.
Yeah. I don't mind the Cubs. They've been a little funky lately. Yeah, but I don't mind the Cubs at all. How juicy are they?
Let's see.
Minus 185.
Minus 185. So it could be. Minus one might not be a bad line if you really like him on your book.
I definitely like the Twins more, and you get a better price.
Yeah, Twins are still, guys. That's something you got to get on.
Yeah.
We're getting asked about the Padres. Let's see. I kind of like the Phillies today, but I didn't do a deep dive into that game yet.
Let's see.
Where is that? There is a Padres money line as a good bet, and there's also a Phillies money line as a good bet.
Right. So yeah, they kind of just contradict themselves.
Yeah. So I'd stay away from that. We did get asked about the under on this game.
Okay, that's a good bet on here.
Line movement, nothing. I mean, it's kind of sandwiched between FanDuel and Pinnacle.
Right, and FanDuel's been below them all day long.
Yeah. I would like to see Pinnacle below there if I were to take that under.
Right. You kind of want to see them on the same side.
One asked if we like Gordon. Yeah, Gordon over 3.5 strikeouts should be solid. It's gonna be juicy, but
right.
It's not
around minus 150 as long as you're not using FanDuel.
Yeah. Take a different book on that one. What do you have on the Angels over? Christian said happy DeGrom day. Yeah, DeGrom should be he's been dealing.
What did they say about the Angels? The over?
Yes. Let's see. Let's take a look at that one.
It is a high total. I know it's 9.5.
Angels Braves.
Not seeing. They have an alternate over, but that's too juicy.
Yeah, nothing great on that. There's a under 11. Oh, that's the juicy one.
This Braves minus 1.5 has been flirting in the top 5 all day, and here, click on that one. That line movement looks good.
Let's do this.
It's been stepping down all day.
Definitely going down. That's nice, actually. If that continues to go on,
right,
that could definitely be a play.
Like if it keeps going and you can catch it at like minus 110, minus 115, that'd be a good bet if it keeps going.
Definitely. Giants D-backs over 8. Let's see, any Dodger props we like. Okay, let's look at Giants D-backs over, and then we'll go back to see if there's any Dodger props. Under 9's a good bet. Over 9's also a good bet. That contradicts pretty well.
You're on Giants D-backs?
Yeah. We got asked about the total on that one.
Okay.
Under 9's not, not incredible. The over, they're both good bets, which is don't love it. Over 8 though is a better number if your book is giving you that.
Right.
But that's gonna be juicy by now. Blue Jays and Yankees. Did we have a side? That's probably
no. Fried over 4.5 strikeouts wasn't a terrible bet.
Yeah.
But no, not really on a side. Everything was a little too juicy for the Yankees, obviously, and
we got asked about Dodgers player props. There's nothing really right now there's no good bet for a player prop in that game. I would wait. That game's the last game of the day, so you guys are better off waiting to see what happens. What's 5 picks you like today? Can be over, under, or even money line. It sounds like a parlay question there.
Well, let's just refresh the top 5 and see what the top 5 are.
That's true. All right, I'm refreshing now. Top 5 is going. Oh, we got some change. Edward Cabrera over 15.5 outs. Actually, we'll take a look at that in a sec.
Right.
That could be a good
That's
pick.
going against our Twins, but I mean, 15.5 is a low number, so they just taking advantage of that number.
And Twins money line and run line still on this. Grant Holmes has been on here all day too.
He has, and Mariner. I mean, those last 4 have been pretty steady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say these are all good. We're getting asked about Brewers Mets under 9. Let's look at this Cabrera one first. So I'm interested on
Yeah,
this.
it was stepping down.
Yeah,
Line movement's definitely there.
let me get Pinnacle back on.
Now FanDuel's still above, no vig and profit X, and Pinnacle's down a little bit more.
Yeah, I would say if this one got down to, FanDuel dropping below into like the minus 110s to 120s,
Right.
that would definitely give confidence on this play.
Well, and one thing we've noticed, or I've seen a lot with FanDuel, like when they drop big. Like they
Yes,
can go from 102 to 122 fast. So,
just
and then
like
when that
this,
happens, they're usually the first book to do that, and then you can jump on and get a good value on another book.
yeah, like this one at 7:10 a.m. from plus 116 all the way down to minus 114, and then it recovered a little bit, but that
Right, but that's the timing.
Yeah, you catch it right there, you're in a good
Right.
spot. And this definitely could take another dip,
And Smart Better is the best place to look at all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys definitely join Smart Better. You can get a 4-day free trial too at the top of our profile, and it's it takes 4 days to make your money back on that, so it's definitely worthwhile. But we love using this. What are we looking at? Anything you want in the MLB? Jay, this is Smart Better. It's at the top of our profile. Get your free trial through our link there, and they'll give you 4 days free access. Gossman over 6.5 Ks. There really wasn't anything on that. I took Twins Nerfy.
Okay.
That's probably not a bad one. I don't know.
Under, yep, that's a good bet on here. That line's, that's not a bad price. And here's a good value play. FanDuel's got it down to 147. You can get no vig at 127 right there.
Yeah,
and Pinnacle's below it.
FanDuel's
still going down. In the last 30 minutes, it's dropped down 12 cents.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Jay asked for that top 5 again. Let's see. So Jay, it's Edward Cabrera over 15.5 outs. Mariners money line. Twins are up here twice, run line and money line.
I'd go money line.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're parlaying it for sure.
Mm-hmm. And then Grant Holmes over 6.5 strikeouts. Now, be careful with just taking everything in the top 5. We're not taking everything here. We like to see things on here for a while. We like to see the right line movement. Number 4 is Grant Holmes over 6.5 outs.
Yep.
Strikeouts. Yeah.
And there are a lot of people that go through and bet every great bet they see and every good bet they see. And sometimes they have good days, sometimes they have bad days, but definitely not as consistent as the way we're playing it.
Let's see. R said Twins don't win today, sadly. I don't know about that. Everything is looking like a Twins win here. Okay, we got asked about this Brewers Mets under. Again, let's take a look.
We got an over as a good bet.
Yeah, 2 good bets on overs. Actually, I would definitely take the 7.5 too. Minus 120, it's not a bad line.
Right, but the under is a fair bet. It's a little bit below that, but line movement isn't terrible on there. FanDuel knocked down.
Interesting. Yeah, I would not touch this yet.
No, it's contradicting itself. Yeah. And that happens a lot too. So then it's just like, all right, stay away, move on to the next. There's no reason to have to jump on every damn game.
Let's see, and for everyone in here too, top of our profile, you get the VIP 50% off. Use code July 4th. That's going to end soon. So definitely take advantage of that now. 50% off comes about once a year. So if you want it, get it now because you're going to be paying more later on that. Is that a bait? All right, what up? Brewers at plus money. I do think they can win that game today.
Right, the Mets have been awful.
Corey said, I like Blue Jays run line. Am I wrong? Yesterday was definitely the day to take Blue Jays run line.
That was in the top 5 all day yesterday too. That was one of those bets that was there all day.
Yeah, I regretted us not taking that one.
Right, so did I. Here we got a couple new ones in the top 5 too. Braves minus 1.5's up there.
Ooh, okay. Let me refresh this.
And I like that Braves minus 1.5 too.
Yeah,
this line's looking kind of good now. It's still like right around a plus 100 number, but that could keep going for sure.
Interesting. This all bounced the Twins off.
right? Just like that.
Yeah. This is moving well. The Braves -1.5. I don't hate that. I know our model did take Angels on the money line today, which does
Right.
make me
So
nervous.
usually, yeah, most likely we'll stay away from throwing that in the VIP, but it's just another checker.
Mm-hmm. What about Club World Cup? We don't have anything for Club World Cup.
Let's see what it says.
We could actually, yeah. We haven't taken anything, but they're
I don't see anything popping up. It must be a new, and they're probably working on it.
yeah. There are Wimbledon bets. We'll have to look at that,
Right.
in time. There you can get some great lines on tennis, actually. I've never been huge in tennis.
I've heard that.
I've seen some big people make, a lot of money with tennis. Isaac Paredes to get a hit. We do like that. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
our free play is him to score a run. So
That value is actually crazy that we got on that today.
yeah. Well, we locked it in minus
140.
140.
And FanDuel's 230.
Yeah, so definitely take that. Also, guys, make sure you get all of our picks texted to your phone right when we place them. Don't wait for the videos to come out because sometimes the line's already moved, past the value we liked for it. Padres Phillies under. See if that's moved at all. Okay, so under 8.5 minus 114 is the line. EV details are good, but line movement is not super promising. FanDuel dropped, which is nice, but Pinnacle still being up there isn't something I like.
Right. And since we really we have 5 hours before any of these games start, and a couple hours is really the prime time to be locking stuff in, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Completely agree with that. What money line picks do you have? Right now, the Twins are the leading candidate. We're not taking any money line until a little later today, though. It's better to wait on those. Let's see. What other questions you guys have? Don't take Twins. R is saying that. We'll see. And that's we haven't locked it in either because we're not touching it till about 2 hours before the game starts. Skeens and DeGrom 6Ks. I know Skeens I think was set at 6.5 today.
Right. He's usually at 7.5. You got 6.5, and it's plus money at 6.5.
Yeah, which I wonder what his historical stats versus the Cardinals are. That they have in a team that I think has had decent success.
Right.
They got McCutcheon under a single as the best bet in this game, which we've had our fair share of under single bets.
Yeah, we don't mind those. You just have a bunch of outs. It helps.
And it's hard because FanDuel doesn't offer it, which is the book that I'd like to tail. But
right.
Let's see, DraftKings and Flip's not a terrible one.
FanDuel doesn't offer very many under on player props.
FanDuel's gotten stingy with some stuff. Did you see the whole thing on if they believe that a bet was placed as a community, they'll void it?
Because what was it? It was a home run parlay, right?
Yep, that hit and they lost
yeah, I did see that. But whatever. Screw you.
Right? It's
no way.
Man, books can do whatever they want and we can do absolutely nothing about it.
Right.
Astros today.
Here we go. Yankees, Blue Jays, Nerfy just popped to number 1.
Yeah, and that's definitely something.
Right. This doesn't look bad at all. And then
no, let me get a refresh here.
That might be the play. Yeah. That might be the play. You just have to survive one Aaron Judge at bat.
Mm-hmm. But look at that. Just continue to drop down.
And FanDuel's way below the market, which is always a good sign.
Pinnacle's negative EV.
Right. Which they haven't moved they just moved a little bit down, but they didn't really move at all.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't know how much traction Nerfies get on Pinnacle either.
True. That would be something that would be nice to know about, about each book.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll just add Bet Online. I know they're pretty sharp. Bet Online took a dip from minus 115 to minus 133, so that's a good indicator there too.
This might be the play in that game.
Yeah.
Give us 6 outs.
I'm scared with the Yankees money line. Yeah, I wouldn't really take a side too much on this. The
And the
Nerfies
Blue Jays
probably
have been playing really good.
they have been. Nerfy's the best bet in this one.
Yep,
And I think Bo Bichette's out today.
he is. Yeah,
So that's also good for a Nerfy. I mean, you have Freed going, so you shouldn't be
true. You
too
got Vlad Jr. is up there, but it's all
yeah.
right.
Favorite player prop? Jay, that would be Isaac Paredes over half a run. So we lock that in. Let me pull that back up. Yeah, on the Astros over half a run for Paredes. Minus 140 ESPN bet, FanDuel minus 230. So if you have
Yeah, and if you
ESPN,
don't have ESPN bet, one of the Yankees play that we did, it was over 1.5 runs, and that's minus
Yep.
700.
Yeah, so that'll get you, back down to the odds that we're looking for.
Right.
Padres and Philly Nerfy. Don't think we had anything on that one.
Let me check.
Yeah, we can pull that up. Again, there's 33 people in the live right now. All you guys can get 50% off a VIP package too. This does not come around very often.
And we'll do all this work for you. You don't
Exactly.
have to do this smart better stuff.
No,
we'll do
you
it
don't
all
even
for
have
you.
to think. And I guess in the VIP, what we have is we take a couple plays from Smart Better. These are AI plays. We have our own AI model, and when we get cross-reference on both of these platforms, we take a play, and then we'll give you guys positive EV plays like Isaac Paredes over half a run when you can take it minus 140 when the market is set at minus 230. So we find all this information for you guys, make your life a whole lot easier. You seen any Nerfy in that Phillies
No,
game?
they have the under in like the first 5 innings, first 3 innings. So that's all pointing towards a Nerfy, but no Nerfy on there.
Okay, yeah, there's a fair bet, and it's the line's
Right.
not doing anything. Really bad EV on that too, so I would stay away.
How juicy is that? 160 for the Cardinals Skeens Nerfy.
Oh, jeez.
I feel like those are always cursed though. The ones that should hit every damn time.
Exactly. All right, we'll take any last questions before we hop off on this. And then we will be posting more plays. We'll probably have 1 to 3 plays getting added. We already posted 3 plays in the VIP. Probably 1 to 3 will be added, as these games get closer to starting.
Yep, and those are usually the money lines and the over-unders.
Can you let me know about what you think about Yankees game under first inning walks? I don't even know what book offers first inning walks.
Right, just go with the Nerfy.
Yeah, I would go with the Nerfy in that instead. It's thundering in Philly right now. Interesting. I wonder if that'll delay that game.
This last week or 2 weeks, I've never seen more rain delays in my
No.
life. It's every game, it feels like.
Exactly. That one game, I think the first 6 games all had a rain delay.
It's crazy.
Insane. All right. Well, I think we're going to hop off. But again, guys, use code July 4th, just JULY number 4TH, for 50% off any VIP package. It helps with the week, it helps with the month, but
right. And you can get a whole month of picks. Test it out, see how we do this month. It's going to be good.
It's going to be a good month. We're very excited for what we have going. So thanks everyone for joining. We'll be doing the lives a whole lot more often now. We got our schedule sorted out, and we'll be giving you winning plays, every single day here.
Yep, absolutely. Let's have a day.
All right. We'll see you guys.